Friday the 13th was yesterday, Felix, but it didn't really seem like Lady Luck was smiling at you today either, did she?
No, it was, I think probably the most bad luck I had in a couple of years. Suspension, giving up in the second stint with leading the race was obviously not what we were looking for today, but it's like any time else, you have to look for the positives. I think we had a perfect day, even with what happened, I think everyone did a perfect job today in our team. There was no one who did one fault. Practice P1, qualifying P1 with 6/10 and leading the whole race, every lap of the race until that point was, what else can you ask for? It's just like Mexico really, and then something like one of the few things that's just out of your hands managed to end the race, and it's tough, and I think the boys really deserved to celebrate a bit today after the tough couple of races we had, but just doesn't seem to give up on us yet. But I'm happy that we're quick and we're always up there, and that's what you want it to be. So I mean, still 5 races left, so should be possible to do something.
Now you took pole position here by nearly 7/10 of a second, which is really a lot. But you did touch the wall on your qualifying lap. Do you feel that maybe that could have affected your suspension later on braking in the race?
No, because I touched the wall on the right side, and in the race the one who broke was the left one, so I don't think it was related. And we also had a look that everything was fine after qualifying, so I think it was just one of those things, maybe in a very specific angle and braking or going on throttle and hitting the curb in a very specific spot, you might find an Achilles heel in the design, and we can't tell. I don't even know which part of the suspension broke. I just looked in my mirror and I saw my wheel was standing like this, and my drive shaft was out of the gearbox. I think the instruction was to do the same as we've done all day, and we've been very quick all day, and then it broke. Could we have done something different? I don't know. We have to find out. So I think, as I said before, everyone did their job perfectly. There's no one to blame, and now we just have to find out what we can do to avoid that.
So next race coming up is Paris. What do you think, looking at that? You've had a couple of technical problems now lately in the Formula E races. Are you confident that Paris is finally going to be a clear one?
Well, you're never confident in this championship. It's always very difficult. You always have to be really on it and push hard every session. Have to have a really clean weekend. I think Paris was one of the tracks where I wasn't really happy with our car last year. One of the few tracks. But I think on top of we have a lot of good upgrades this year, which should suit Paris a lot. So not too worried. And anyways, last year we finished 3rd and 4th there in the team. So quite confident for going there. It's a nice track, quite similar to this one, I think, in characteristics. So I think it looks pretty promising.